Hello, people of Skyblock. Now, MacBooks weren't created for gaming. As a matter of fact, it's nothing compared to a PC when it comes to frame rates and graphics. But there's something which most people don't realize. You don't need a Windows PC or even a mouse to become an absolute Skyblock sweat. In this short video, I'll be going into detail of how and why MacBooks are such good inventions for Skyblock skill grinding. Since the beginning of time, people have always been on a quest to find a way to maximize skill grinding efficiency with the best minds in technology. Now, I'd have to admit, there are a lot of extremely smart people out there who've already come up with so many amazing ways to optimize efficiency, but nobody's really ever talked about the MacBook. Macs and the Mac OS systems have always been looked down upon because they just can't do what a PC can. The graphics, the CPU, hell, even the cooling systems are just so insignificant when put against a proper gaming PC. Again, iOS isn't designed to be used for gaming due to its limited specs and all that, but once you understand how it works and change a few controls up just a little bit, it can drastically improve your experience in Skyblock, making everything so much more compact and convenient, allowing you to progress much faster. Utilizing Mac controls can be even compared to some of the best ways to grind out there. Now, let's take foraging as an example. Foraging, as we all know, is a skill nobody really cares about or want to grind. No one does it for fun, and what makes it extremely tedious is the sheer amount of time it takes and the level of mental concentration you need for it. All you do is go around in circles with an axe hitting trees in a lobby with 20 other people trying to do the exact same thing. And what makes it even worse is how, unfortunately, sometimes you could come across a typical young dragon monkey pet sweat who finishes cutting every single tree in front of you before you can even get to it. Now, the requirements of becoming an ultimate foraging sweat isn't expensive unless you're trying to go for a hypermax setup, which is a total different story. All you'd really need is a toil tree captator, a young dragon set, a fishing rod, an aspect of the end, as well as a monkey pet and an ocelot pet, which comes at a maximum cost of around 60 mil. The primary method, like what many other videos on YouTube suggest, is rod swapping. You cast a fishing rod, the auto pet summons your monkey as you hit a tree, and the ocelot pet falls right behind as soon as you gain any amount of foraging XP, yada yada. Now, you basically do this over and over again until you hit foraging 50, but it all comes down to the way you execute these actions. Here's how I became an ultimate foraging or Skyblock sweat on a MacBook with nothing but a trackpad. My controls may seem very weird at first, but it's all gonna make sense once you try it out for yourself. My attack key is set to U. Place block or use item is the number 6, with the hotbar slot 6 being replaced with a Y key. My sprint key is set to Q, with the drop key being changed to P. The attack and use item U and 6, respectively, simulates the left and right clicks on a mouse, but mirrored because it's on my left hand. Now, I'd say my hands are about normal size, not too big and not too small. If you were to place your hand on a keyboard in its natural, relaxed state with the index finger placed on the U key, you'd soon realize that everything would be perfectly in line with my controls unless you have massive or tiny hands. The thing about MacBook grinding is how it gives you overall just more control over your device, and the position of the trackpad just makes everything more compact, excluding the need of a mouse as it reduces wrist stress, preventing arthritis in the long run. My controls are also very compact as every action you need is already in place with your fingers while your hand is in a completely relaxed state. Another thing about the Mac keyboards is how the keys are so thin you could literally glide your fingers across the keyboard with ease, which is something a mechanical keyboard can't do, making way for quick key accesses when changing hotbar slots and other specific actions which require adjacent key presses. Now, tiny maneuvers may be needed for some actions such as dropping items, but that's all still perfectly in range within the palm of your hands. I'll be doing a video specifically focusing on my left hand while grinding at a later date, and I hope this video can shed some light on the sophistication of MacBooks in the Hypixel Skyblock community. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon.